Life insurance. You take it out on a loved one as a financial safety net when they die. Pretty straightforward, right? No, says Mike Myers, a Houston attorney who first noticed dead peasant insurance policies 20 years ago. A convenience store employee was killed in a car wreck going to get change. He represented the family in a wrongful death suit.
During the discovery, we learned that the convenience store that employed him had a $250,000 policy on his life.
Dead Peasant Insurance gets its name from Winn-Dixie Stores. That company bought life insurance policies on 36,000 employees, but those employees never knew. The company then listed itself as a beneficiary. The insurance brokerage firm that placed the policies prepared 2 memos describing the deceased employees as dead peasants. Those memos were then part of a court's record in a lawsuit. Eventually, a U.S. Court of Appeals upheld that the company's policies were illegal, setting that precedent. But Myers discovered they're still being used, and he has been investigating these cases for 2 decades.
It was new to us at that time. That was several years ago. I'd never seen anything like it because it's not, and it was unusual because it's not really insurance like you would expect a company to have. This was a rank and file employee. He was I'm sure he was a good worker for them, but he was not a key executive.
He admits he wasn't sure what to think when he first noticed them.
When I saw the magnitude of the large companies, the type of insurance was, first of all, skepticism, like it couldn't be right. But then as the documents and the other details started to fall into place, pretty soon it became evident that this was a very widespread investment made by a lot of large companies in the United States.
Dead Peasant Insurance was also the focus of the Michael Moore documentary, Capitalism, a love story. In the movie, investigators found a Walmart employee had a policy worth thousands taken out on them, and they didn't even know.
And as it turned out, Walmart took out over 350,000 life insurance policies on rank and file associates. These weren't executives. These were people like my wife, a cake decorator for 18 months. That's the type of people they were taking insurance policies out on.
In 2009, the Wall Street Journal reported the bosses of a music store cashier had cashed in $300,000 when he died. In this system, which Myers and others call a tax scheme, companies will take out policies on hundreds of thousands of employees and then claim it as a tax write-off.
We do know that a lot of large financial institutions, big national banks, continue to buy this investment in very large quantities for very big dollar amounts. And we also know that the product is out there available for sale. So because the supply is available, it leads me to believe the demand is also there.
So we contacted labor unions, insurance commissions, other attorneys, and U.S. senators. They or their representatives told us they had never heard of this before. But Myers has published a list on his website of over 100 companies he's discovered have dead peasant insurance policies out on their employees. He, too, lists massive conglomerate shopping centers like Walmart, along with major financial institutions, including Wells Fargo, media companies and other telecom industries like AT&T, and utility companies, including KCP&L. The utility flatly denied having these policies out on their employees. A spokesperson told us, quote, "We don't have any insurance like that at KCP&L." While the practice is illegal, Myers says the chances of seeing any reform are slim.
You have to know that you have something to do something about. And in this situation, that's rare because the employees often are not given information about the coverage on their lives. Sometimes they're given absolutely none, and sometimes they're given such cryptic information that they can't really piece it together.
And since it's not public information, he insists these companies are illegally writing off income in their tax reports, all based on your life. Greg Miller, Fox 26, KNPN.